Hey everyone, today we have a very special guest in our offices, my mother-in-law!
My best daughter, Huda Beauty. I love you so much.
True story, I've been with Chris for 16 years and she's always called me Huda. My name is Huda, she can always call me that. She's the only person who's allowed to call me that. But she's such an amazing woman. She's the woman who birthed Christopher. And she's just such a beautiful, Chris is applauding. She's just such an amazing woman, and I asked her if she would allow me to do her makeup on camera, and she accepted.
Thank you, my love.
I'm going to do Carlota's makeup. She has really, really beautiful features. I've done her makeup before. She's so stunning. We're gonna do a little fun, very natural makeup for her. We're gonna keep it like kind of emphasis on the skin. She does have a little bit more mature skin, a little bit, and she has a little bit dark circles. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna bring out her brows. Brows are really great. Once you bring out brows, it makes you look more youthful, more fresh, more gorgeous. And she is all of those amazing things. She has so much energy and so much love. Literally, we're going to just kind of play with what she already has and bring out even more beautiness. So, okay, so I'm going to first begin with hydrating her skin. Okay, so I like to use rose oil and oil, as you probably know. So this is the Aron rose oil, which is fantastic. And I'm just gonna put a small amount on my hands, and I'm gonna put it on her skin. And she has such beautiful skin. Carlota is a saint.
Thank you, sweetheart.
She's so cute. And the thing is, she's always busy. She's always taking care of everyone else. So this is why we want to do a makeover for her. So Chris was a naughty boy.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy?
He's a very good boy.
He is a good boy. Around her eyes, just for a little intense hydration, I'm using the Belle Royale. This is the Gold Eye Tech. I love this. I use this on days where I need a little extra hydration. I just love the applicator as well. It's a little cold, so it's one of those really great things. And we really want to add a lot of hydration around here, this area. Your eyes are always kind of that area that need hydration. The skin is really thin. She's such a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
You're so cute.
You too, my love.
I love the way she says thank you. So how many times have you been to Dubai now?
3 times.
3 times.
I love Dubai.
You love Dubai?
Uh-huh.
So Chris lives in a really amazing Portuguese community called New Bedford. He was born and raised there. And then we moved to Dubai about 8 years. She has really pretty lip color. What happens a lot as women tend to age, the lip color can change, but her lip color is really beautiful. It's very nice and pink. You have a nice natural lip color.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. So the first thing I'm going to begin with is actually the skin. I'm not going to go too heavy with the makeup on the skin. I really want to keep it really nice and natural, but I want to kind of sort of, there's a little bit of this darkness area around her eyes. Very normal. I have it too. And I'm just going to first start with a little corrector. This is a matte corrector. It has like a double side, a little bit of an orange, a little bit of a yellow. I'm going to mix the colors together to get like the perfect color. So I'm just putting it on a palette here. And now I'm going to go in. I'm going to teach you. You can do it yourself.
You my teacher.
Yeah, I'll be your teacher. You teach me how to cook Portuguese food.
No, you cook so beautiful, so good.
So
I love your food, honey.
You like my food?
Yeah.
Coming from you, that's a big compliment. Her food is the most amazing food. Okay, so this is a little bit orange, which is okay. It's a little bit more orange than I'd like it. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. And what that's going to do is it's going to help me get rid of any darkness in the skin. I did her makeup before and she looked like a supermodel. Do you remember why I did your makeup before? You look beautiful. You look beautiful before, but with the makeup it looks so nice. I'm just adding a little bit of this orange here just to brighten up that area. I'm going to take a very fluffy brush and apply the remainder on the eyes. Close your eyes, Mama. I've just matched her skin. I've mixed 2 different colors, 153 from Makeup Forever and 117. I used mostly the 153. And I'm just applying a small amount of this makeup on her skin. Now, you can see the makeup is quite heavy. I don't want to put that much makeup on her. She doesn't need that much makeup, but I want the coverage. So I'm just going to use my fingers and I am just smoothing out this makeup. So I'm just getting a really small amount of the makeup on her skin. And you can see immediately her skin just looks just a little bit healthier and really beautiful and very even. Chris, what's the best thing about your mama?
She's such an amazing person.
She is. Your mama and your dad.
Both of them.
Thank you, my son.
You remember
Thank you, my love. I love you so much. You and my daughter, Rudy. And my Noor, beautiful. I have nice family. Thank God. Thank God. I love so much my family.
You're so cute, Mama.
Yeah, I have nice son, good, nice daughter, good son, and very nice granddaughter.
Yeah.
I love my granddaughter. She's so cute.
Nora looks like Chris.
Yeah.
She looks like Chris. So you can see the difference on each side. I've applied the foundation. You can use a beauty blender to really thin out the makeup so this way you're not putting too much on the skin. You can see the difference from one side to the next. We haven't done our dark circles yet. Just look straight, Mama. You can see this side looks just a little bit more even and a little more beautiful. So it's really important not to put too much foundation or any foundation too thick. I chose the Makeup Forever because it has a lot of pigment and I can really blend it out. I can go from super heavy coverage or to really, really light coverage. And it does have a little bit more an oily base to it. So it makes it something that I can control. I can add as much powder as I need. It's really, really great for any skin type. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to add a little concealer. I'm using the Cover FX and I'm just applying it under the eye. And I'm just basically highlighting this area and also erasing the dark circles. Look straight, mama. You can see it brightened up the whole entire area there. And I'm using kind of a dense brush. This is applying a lot of coverage without having to cake the product. You can see it's like a very flat. This is from Pendulum Tools. I think this brush was like a really good price too. I think it was like $4 or $5. I'm just gonna go again in with that blender just to kind of blend out any excess product. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to apply a little bit of bronzer. I'm not gonna apply too much. Basically, a lot of times you wanna apply a contour to kind of add a little more depth, but in this case, we're actually gonna use it to lift as well. So I love to use it all the time to kind of like make my cheeks look a little more lifted, and I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm using 2 different colors to contour. I'm using the Teint Soleil from Chanel. This is the one I wanna use mostly. And then I'm also gonna add a little bit of the Sleek Makeup Cream Contour Kit. If you guys haven't tried Sleek Makeup, I love their makeup. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the Sleek, and then I'm gonna blend it out with the Teint Soleil. And the Teint Soleil has an amazing texture for it. It's amazing for literally any skin type. If it's oily, dry, if you have more mature skin, this will work for anybody's skin. I think it has a little bit of a smoothing primer in it, which is what makes it kind of seamless. You can see it just makes a really beautiful combination. I'm gonna add a little bit of contour here on the jaw, not too much, but just again to like add a little bit of a lift. I then want to blend it out. So I can see that the foundation is sitting a little bit into the wrinkles a little bit. That's okay. I'm going to now blend them out and also set them with a powder. Now, instead of using a loose powder because I don't want it to be too drying, I'm going to use a pressed powder. This has been like one of my favorites for years. This is the Guerlain Blanc de Pearl and in 01 Beige. I just love it underneath the eyes because I feel like it almost has a little bit of a hydration to it, and I really like that. Before I apply it, I'm actually gonna take just a regular eyeshadow brush and I'm just blending it. And I'm going to take the powder and I'm applying a really generous amount and just going inside here.
You look pretty.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you, my love.
I'm also going to go in with a regular pressed powder. This is from NARS. This is in medium 4. And I'm just going to use a stippling brush to kind of apply the rest of the powder. And the reason why I like to use a stippling brush when I'm applying powder on skin that's a little bit more mature or even just a little bit more dry, it just basically doesn't apply as much. And her skin isn't that mature, so for me, when my skin is dry, this is how I like to do it. But you can see it just applies a little bit of product and it kind of just sits in the right places.
Thank you. You're my cute.
You're cute.
You're my cute, my daughter. I love you so much.
The reason I'm applying 2 different colors of powders is because I really do want to do a little bit of highlighting and contouring that way. So I get a little bit of a more depth with the medium color and a little bit more highlight with the lighter color.
Mommy, look pretty?
Beautiful.
Thank
pretty,
you.
beautiful. Tell me stories about Chris. Who was Chris's first girlfriend?
The first girl?
First girl.
You, my love.
No.
Yes,
no. You had a girlfriend. He had a few girlfriends.
No. No.
I was his first real girlfriend.
Honey.
First real girlfriend.
Christopher's love you. Just have nice wife. She's the best. You're the best, my love.
I'm his first girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're my first boyfriend, so we're even, tit for tat. I'm gonna use the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, and I'm just using this medium color. I'm kind of using this as a bronzing and contour in one, so I'm not putting too much. Okay, it's very important though, you make sure that as you're applying all this makeup, you remove it at night. It's very important. So I'm not gonna use too much highlighter. I really wanna use a small amount. I'm using the Becca. This is the Champagne Pop, and I'm just applying a small amount onto her cheeks here. And I love highlighter on every skin. If she had too many wrinkles, we can't use the highlighter, but because her skin is good, we can use the highlighter. I'm gonna use a little bit of a blush. I also love blush. I just think it's so pretty and it just makes your skin look really healthy, really youthful, really fresh. This is just from Too Faced. This has been used quite a bit. You can see it's kind of falling apart. Love Flush. So I know it seems like I'm applying a lot of makeup, and there's been a lot of different types of makeup, but the layers are so thin and so blended that it really is something that is like very light and natural. It feels too much makeup?
No.
Yes, it feels really light. Should feel really light.
Yeah.
One thing I also like to do around the navel fold, I do this for myself as well, is I like to apply a little bit of a lighter color. I feel like that kind of also lifts the skin. So if you look straight, mama, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this light color, and I'm mixing it a little bit with the white, and it just kind of helps erase these. And then we just blend it out. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do for the face before I move on to brows, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of contour to her nose, and for that I'm gonna use the Natural Matte Palette from Too Faced, and I really think this palette is like a must-have. It just does everything. Contouring for the nose, brows, it just does so many things. So I'm gonna take this nude color, it's pretty light. I might add a little bit of the Cashmere Bunny, and I'm just gonna contour her nose. And this brush is awesome. This is Ray Morris. She's a really amazing makeup artist, so talented, and I love this brush. This is the brush number 10. So I'm just adding a little bit of contour to her nose. I'm gonna apply a small amount of highlighter, a little bit more of this lighter powder, and I'm going more into the white, and I'm gonna have you look way up. We're gonna leave that to set for a little bit, and we're gonna move on to brows. Brows are so important. They make such a difference, and it immediately makes the face look more fresh, more beautiful. Brows are just so important. We've all seen those brow transformation videos. So I'm gonna mix two colors. These are one of my favorites, Cabral number 4 and Cabral number 3. I'm gonna start with a number 3, and I'm gonna add number 4 as we need, because I don't wanna go too dark. So one thing I always like to do with a brow is, her brows are a little bit more far apart, so I wanna bring them in together. And also that's gonna make her nose look more wide, so I wanna bring everything in together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in just a slight amount right there. And you can see already the brow looks better. So we're gonna mark right there, that's where we're gonna go in. And I also wanna make a little bit more of a lift to her brow. So I'm going to take this light color, I wanna go here. And I'm gonna mix it with the number 4 as well. So her brows kind of have a natural curve down, so I want to lift it. So you can see I didn't actually fill in the top area here, I filled it in on bottom to make this look a little bit lower and to give her brows a little bit more of an arc. And I'm going to go lower here again to create a new shape. Just to set everything in, I'm going to mix a little bit of the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette again. So I'm going to be mixing Sexpresso with a little bit of the chocolate cookie. So I'm just using a little bit of concealer because you can see that the brow is a little bit lower than I want it. So I'm actually using a little concealer and I'm applying it over the hairs and I'm creating a lift. And then I'm just going to fix the brow there. So you can see I've already kind of erased half that brow and I'm going to create a little bit of a lift with the brow. You're such a cute mama. Chris is lucky to have you.
Me too. I'm lucky because I have my Chris and you, my love, and my North.
Okay, so I'm going to now just finish her brows and I really like this brush. It is I think it's just called Brow Brush, number 12. A really, really awesome brow brush. Mixing it with the Cabral to kind of create that lift that I want. So I'm just gonna kind of go upward. And I'm just gonna mix that with the Natural Matte. For the eye area, there's a little bit of darkness around the eyes, but I actually want to keep it. I want to use it as a shadow. So I'm not going to apply too much shadow. I'm actually going to just use a little bit of a matte color. This is a really great palette. This is the Tarte Pro palette, and the colors are really amazing. So we're going to use this, and I'm just going to take a brush. I'm going to use maybe one of these like warmer colors, and I'm not going to correct her eyes. I'm actually going to leave that color there, and I'm just going to apply this all over the eye. So I'm gonna just curl her lashes a little bit, and I'm gonna use, this is a Japanese lash curler, and I'm having you look down. And the reason I'm using the Japanese lash curler is because I don't want to scare her with the traditional lash curler, because I think it's a little nerve-wracking when you're not used to seeing something like that and then it gets all in your your eyes. It was okay, right, Mama? That one was okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of going for like a major liner, I'm going to use this black color called Punk from the Tarte Pro palette. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of smokiness along the lash line. I'm applying it only in the corner here to give it a little lift. The best thing to do to keep your anything from creasing is actually just to set it really well. And that does become a little challenging with skin that can be a little bit more dry or a little more wrinkled, so you just need to be careful. But You can just apply less product and that will help. I'm gonna use the Harmony lashes from Huda Beauty. These are basically pieces which are perfect for anybody who's maybe not so comfortable wearing lashes all the time. I'm not gonna use all of them. I'm actually just gonna grab the second to the first piece. So you can see it's not a very long piece. Apply a little bit of glue. And normally I would actually go ahead and apply it right away, but I'm gonna let it set because I don't want it moving on her and I want her to be really comfortable. While I'm holding this lash to let it set, I'm just gonna apply a little mascara on her. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes. And I just like the brush, to be honest. That's why I'm using this mascara. The brush is really cool. You wanna make sure to lift the lashes upwards. I only applied one piece of the lash on her, but I think that's actually perfect. She doesn't need any more. I'm just gonna move on to lips, and that's gonna be it. We're just gonna finalize everything really nice and natural. I'm using my favorite color, the color I'm wearing, Trendsetter. This is the lip contour, and it's really great. Lips tend to just make you look a little more youthful the more full they are, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna start by lining her lips the way they naturally are, just filling them in. And then I'm going to start overlining slowly. So I'm still filling it in right now, and now I'm going to start overlining a little bit. So you can see I'm only overlining here in the center, and here I'm keeping it really nice and tight, close to the actual line. I'm gonna apply a little bit of the Gossip Girl Liquid Matte, just a little bit, because I think it's a little bit pink, it's a little fun, it's a little flirty. So I'm just applying some to the back of my hand. And I'm actually just gonna use my finger because I don't want to put too much on. Plus I think it's a little hydrating, so I always like to put on top. And it just adds a little bit more pink and makes it a little more flirty. Just gonna apply a little bit more to blend out the edges. To add a little bit more blush, I'm going to use the Gossip Girl Liquid Matte, and I'm just applying it again to the back of my hand. I'm using a really small amount, and I'm using kind of a brush here, a stiff brush. But I really want to make sure this is blended out completely. I don't want any type of blotchiness. And I'm just going to apply it on her cheeks. And the thing I love about the Liquid Matte as blush is it just stays on forever. And because it's matte, it just looks so pretty. And this is the final look.
Thank you, my love.
So how do you feel, Mama?
Good, very good.
Very beautiful.
Good.
Very beautiful.
So Daddy, what do you think? Tá bonita?
Yeah.
This is
Look 20 years old.
Thank you.
Do you feel beautiful?
Me, I look very beautiful.
You're so cute. You look more beautiful. More beautiful.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so much.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you guys thumbs this video up if you liked it and if you want to see more videos like this. Also comment down in the description box and make sure you guys check us out on Instagram, on Snapchat, and all those fun things. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.